Have you ever struggled to make your furniture work in a small living room? Maybe you're debating between keeping a sectional or switching to a smaller couch, or maybe you're trying to figure out the best layout for your space. Well, that's exactly where we've been lately. And today, I'm sharing the big decision we made to completely transform our living room. Hi, friends. Welcome back. Well, today we're tackling a big change in our small living room. Well, if you've seen my previous videos, you know that we had a large sectional that took up most of the space. So we decided to swap it out for a regular couch to open things up. But after playing around with different arrangements, I realized I only had two real options for the couch placement. And honestly, neither worked well for watching TV. So, we've decided to take a bold step and make a structural change. We're filling in the pass-through window to the kitchen to create a brand new wall for mounting the TV. This will give us a better, more comfortable viewing angle and free up the fireplace mantle for decorating again. And that's a win-win. So now I'm emptying out the room before the contractors get here to begin all of the work.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now, there's something in the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within.
Okay, so here is the living room now. I was able to empty everything out except for the couch. I got everything off of the walls. I took a microfiber dust mop to all the walls and the fireplace to try to get rid of some of the dust. I still need to remove my plants and take the clock off the wall, and then I have my cast iron skillets on the back side of that wall that I'll have to replace. But this is the empty room except for little Merle and the couch. I'm gonna have the guys move the couch out of here. This is the before. They're gonna paint the ceilings, fill in the wall, paint the beam, and paint the walls. So I will show you what I can as they go along with the process. If not, I'll show you the after. This is where I put everything in my front dining room. The couch will go right here in this space, but I was able to get everything in here. Okay, let's see what happens. They should be here any minute.
Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover, agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all.
Okay, so this is the end of day one. We have the hole filled in. And here it is on the living room side. It's going to be very different. And what they have done is just fix some spots that were on the wall. They painted the ceiling, and this is the beam. And tomorrow they're going to finish that little section of the ceiling behind the beam and paint the walls. They think they'll finish tomorrow. I'm excited to see what the new paint's going to look like on the wall. Okay, so the work is completed, and this is the new fresh color. I absolutely love it. It is a shade of white called Original White. It's a creamy color. I love it. But I do have to say, I am very, very disappointed in the work. I don't know if you can see it right away, but you can still tell where the pass-through window was. They did a terrible job. They also did a terrible job on the paint. They did a terrible job in painting the beam. They didn't put a primer. I had to have them redo it with some primer that I had. Maybe you can see the roller marks on the ceiling. I'm sorry, but I am just sick over the job that they did. But when they asked me to inspect, the equipment was loaded up in the van and the half of the painters were already gone. It was dark outside when they left, so the lighting wasn't very good, and a lot of it didn't show up until the next day. So I guess we're just going to have to live with this for now. And now, even though I am disappointed, let's go ahead and put this living room back together. Your home should be a reflection of who you are, a space that supports your life and sparks joy every day. But when it comes to cultivating your space, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. Sometimes creating a home that truly suits you is often a process, not something that happens overnight. It starts with small changes, like a new throw pillow here, rearranging furniture there, or just painting one wall. Each of those little adjustments builds momentum, helping you see what works and what doesn't. And that's exactly what I did. I started small, testing out ideas and figuring out what I truly loved, and over time, those small steps led to making this more permanent transformation. So, if you're dreaming of a big change, remember it's okay to take it one step at a time. Every little step brings you closer to that home you've always wanted. So dream big, start small, and remember, creating a space you love is a journey worth taking. Okay, let's jump into these projects. As you saw before, I had my husband remove the lamp from my grandmother's table. I'm going to give it a good fresh coat of paint, and I think I'm liking it without the lamp, so I may just leave that off. Now, with these chairs on the wooden floors, these built-in sliders that were already on the chair make them slip and slide every time someone tries to sit in them. So I came across these little rubber grippers on Amazon, and everything that I can, I will link below and in the comments section. But these, you just screw them on and they really grip the floor. Plus, they will also protect your floors. So I was very happy to find these. The next project is to finally get that curtain rod hung properly. I mentioned in a previous video that I had tried to use these hooks, or that I had ordered them, and now we're going to make it happen. I have a very long curtain rod that stretches across this back wall, and everything that I put up there, the weight of the curtains would always bend down and break. These worked perfectly. I'm so glad that we got this task behind us. The next project is to mount the TV. Here's my husband doing some guy math. And once he got that perfectly level in the center of the wall, now it's time to drill it in place.
Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand.
Okay, now all we have to do is lift the TV up and hook it on the rack. This is so satisfying. Looks great, except for the cord. I don't like the cord. So that moves us into project number 5, cover the cords. At Home Depot, my husband found this cord cover kit. You've probably seen it before. They do come in different shapes, but these are the tools you'll need: a tape measure, some saws, and you just screw it to the wall, or it has a double side tape on the back of it, but we chose to screw it to the wall, and it snaps your cords right inside. Then as a finishing touch, I got some of the matching wall paint and painted it to blend in. Now, project number 6 is to take the old TV into our bedroom. We have this old TV here that honestly still has a great picture, but it's not a smart TV. So we're going to move this one into the spare bedroom. And then we're going to bring the one that we were using in the living room into here. This is also the mount that was on my fireplace. It moves in all different angles and you can pull it out. I didn't want that on our new wall because I wanted it as flush as possible in the new place. But here in the bedroom, it'll be just fine. If you're enjoying this video so far, the best way to show your support for this channel is just to give it a big thumbs up. And of course, if you're new here, I hope that you'll go ahead and subscribe and become part of our Heartfelt community. We took some measurements to make sure it was in the center of the wall, but I still felt it was necessary to do a little bit of girl math. Looks good to me. After cleaning up the mess, we put everything back in place, and that completes all of our extra projects for now. Now, I did get these 2 lamps, and I failed to get that on video, but I'll tell you a little bit about them in just a little bit. Meanwhile, this is the room, and did you notice I took down the mirror? It's been there for 16 years, but it's gone now, and it's really taking some adjusting, I have to admit. Here's a look at the fireplace. I really didn't have anything right now to put up there except for this picture of Amazing Grace. I like it. It's almost the exact size of the TV that we had up there before, so it worked out well. I'm really excited about being able to decorate the mantle a little differently for the holidays now. Here's the layout of the room. We have the couch back on the mirror wall, which I guess isn't the mirror wall anymore. And I've always wanted these chairs in front of the window, so I'm really happy to have those there. And here is the TV wall. I think it works out perfectly. It's straight in front of the couch. No more stiff necks after watching a series or a new movie. We have the walls painted in this light color. I love it. It's showing up a little lighter than what it actually is. It is a white, but it's called Original White, and it has a cream tint to it. It's very fresh, it's very bright, it's clean, but it still has those warm undertones. This is a decision that I stewed on forever, but I'm really glad that we made the decision to paint the beam white. It's just a cleaner, fresher look. It blends in with the ceiling much better. I really like it. My husband, if you've watched my previous videos, his elbow would knock my little lamp off of the end table, so I got him a floor lamp, which was a perfect solution for that. And I loved it so much that I got me one too. And what is so great about these is that it comes with this remote, and you can control the warmth and coolness of the light, and it also has a dimmer on it. These are preset. I'm not sure what the K stands for, but this is the night mode, the baby feeding mode, a computer mode, a reading mode, and right now it is in the night mode. It's just a warm glow. It doesn't really light up the room, but it lets you know that the lights are there and that they're on. And at night, when I have these 2 lights on and my little lamp here and the fireplace going, it is such a warm and cozy mood. I love the way the furniture is arranged. I've always wanted to put these 2 chairs in front of the window. I love it here. The room seems more open. There's more room to move around. We just had Thanksgiving yesterday, and it was perfect. We weren't overcrowded. Let me show you what I did with the big mirror. Okay, so here is my dining room. Whenever I did my fall decorating series, I did not include this room because this is usually the catch-all room. I never really pulled it together. This is how I did my tablescape, if that's what you want to call this, but we just don't do the table set, the fancy table settings. I set up a buffet in my kitchen. Everyone grabs a plate from in there, fills up their plate, and then comes to the table and sits down. I have tried putting the place settings on the table before, and it's just a lot of wasted time and energy to come in here, get your plates, and dig it out from under all the fancy stuff. We just don't do it like that. Again, it's just like a genuine buffet style. Grab your plate, get your food, go find your seat. And that just works for us. At this table here, I actually even took the leaf out this year. So I can seat 8 people here with 3 chairs on each side and 1 on each end when I have the leaf in. But there were only going to be 5 of us at this table this year. So it just hit me. Why am I trying to work around this big long table when we always only seat 5 or 6 people in here anyway? And this was so much more cozy and conversational. I loved it. Now, I have my other dining room, and that seats the younger folk that come. My kids and their husband and wife and the babies. And so everything works out. They get to have their conversations. We have our conversations, and all is good. But this is how it was. I did have some green placemats here with some tan napkins, but the napkins are in the wash, so I went ahead and put the placemats away. But it was perfect. Let me tell you about these candles. I will link some if I can find them, but these are, the fake flame. Let me get you focused here. But these are the battery operated pillars. It comes with this little remote, the on, the off, the 4-hour and 8-hour timer. You can have a steady burn or a flickering candle, and you can dim them or brighten them. So I thought these were really neat. I know they're not a crazy new thing, but there they are on. This is the candle mode. They start flickering. But we had those on. It came with a box of 4. I set the 4-hour timer on it, and I didn't even have to worry about them. So that was really neat. Again, this is where my mirror ended up. This mirror doesn't show up on camera just how big it is. I know it may be dated, but I still like it. And this room isn't that big, so I thought it worked well on this wall. And I moved my little buffet table or sofa table over here underneath it, and it worked out perfectly. That little cornucopia basket I bought at a Saturday market, like it's called Market Days. They do it every first or second Saturday, I can't remember, but I got this little basket for $5. They had all kinds of weird things stuffed in it, but I went ahead and filled it with some pumpkins, and I think it looks really cute there in the middle. And then, of course, this is just my plate stand with my fake muffins on there. And down here's Chip on his little stand with his pumpkins. But I thought that was really cute. And then, of course, I actually did put the table runner on the table. I like to decorate with placemats, and before I did have 3 placemats on here, but when I took the leaf out of the table, I didn't need this long runner, so I went ahead and put the runner on this table. Here's little Mr. Turkey. I got my rooster. This is what this looks like back here. Those are just some little leaf plates. And I didn't change anything up there. And then this is the picture that I did have in my hallway. It's a little small for this wall, but when you walk into the room, the mirror reflects on this wall, so I felt that I needed to have something there. And this, if you didn't see the video before, it's a lighted picture. And then I just have this little chest here in the corner. That's actually 2 placemats that match my table runner. Same over there. And then in this corner, I have this sunflower vase or pitcher and plate that I have there. And then, of course, just a lamp. But that's the room in here. I like the way it's decorated. Before, I had my hutch on this left wall where the mirror's at now. That's the only place I've ever had it. I love where it's at now. I don't know if it's the mirror that really opened up the room, but this just feels good. This is usually my catch-all room where I have all my odd and end furniture, but something about how it's arranged right now, I feel that all of the pieces just kind of blend together, even though they're all from different places with different stains. Now, of course, my table doesn't match anything, but something about this arrangement, they just really pull together well. Okay, now I'm going to start taking all this fall stuff down and bringing out the Christmas.
Agents of the other.
Let me know your thoughts on all the changes that we made, and if you're new, please introduce yourself in the comments. I can't wait to get to know you better, and I can't wait to spend more time with you in the next one. I'll see you then. Bye.